What is going on, guys? It is Chris here, and in this video we are going to be covering the best tickers and the best stocks that I recommend you guys should try out with the Wolf Algo. So we'll hop right into this. I will try to keep this one relatively short, and the first one I want to be looking at is actually SPY on the 3-minute chart. Now, a lot of people ask me SPY, SPX, which one's better? Personally, I think that both of them are great. What I've noticed with the Wolf Algo is that SPX is alerting usually 1 to 2 candles at max before SPY. Sometimes it's actually alerting before the move, a smaller move, and then a pullback, and SPY usually alerts after the breakout of the pullback. That's what I've noticed. But we are seeing relatively close ones in through here. So SPX on the 3-minute, SPY on the 3-minute, both are great. This one you're seeing alerting at 6:51 in the morning. This one you're seeing it alert at 6:48. So basically 1 3-minute candle before, you're going to catch basically a dollar more profits. It's nothing, right? So the next one that I want to be covering is our MU on the 5-minute. So just keep in mind SPX and SPY, those are basically the best ones. 85% win rate on those ones. And then for MU, I believe this one has 80% win rate, and I've charted this one out for over a year and a half on the win rate for this. And you're going to see a little bit of fake outs in through here. Yeah, there's going to be hella fake outs. But there's a strategy that kind of concerns this one. We went over a strategy on SPY as well as some confirmation in our last video. Now in this video I want to cover obviously the best tickers and the best charts to be trading this on. And the strategy that kind of surrounds this chart and this ticker for MU is actually taking our 100 and our 200 crossing. So now you don't even need the algo for this, honestly, but the 100 and the 200 cross on MU are lethal. For some reason, this one is just very nice when following the market. It also is good on AMD and NVIDIA. Those are also great semiconductors to play with this one. But personally, I've charted out this one and logged it out. The cross right here is great, and then you take the next opposite signal, and then you just take it as a day trade. So for example, we take that as a quick day trade, and then after that, we don't take any more signals, none of these, until our next cross. So right now we're looking for a downside cross. And then you're gonna see in here, boom, downside cross, and then you're taking your opposite signal, which is here. So this one has 80% win rate. Sometimes it's higher. For a few weeks it's gonna have very high win rate, but overall 80% on average, which is great. And that's kind of the basic behind that one. You can also just take the plain alerts on this, but I'd suggest finding a sweet spot. Maybe 15-minute chart is gonna have a little bit less fake outs, or maybe like the 30 or the 1 hour. I personally like to use the 1 hour on MU. It's very nice, very trend based, right? You're gonna see a lot of good trends on this one following, and you can confirm it on your 100 and 200. And for all these, you confirm on 100 and 200. The next one is our snap on the 1-minute. Now this one, I will say that the algo on lower time frames, you're going to see a lot of fake outs, right? So for example, if I go to SPY on the 1-minute, look at all these fake outs we're going to have. It's just like you can't judge the algo or any sort of strategy based off of a 1-minute chart unless you're scalping. And you can find some good scalps if you're confirming. So for example, you'll confirm all of those. But it's a little bit tricky if you're taking short signals because the market's very volatile. And you're going to have like one directional move on the 1-minute, and then that's it. You're going to have pullbacks, and it's going to alert longs on pullbacks. So that's tricky. But for snap, for some reason, this one is very directional because it kind of follows growth, right? Like today was down almost 10%. And if you look at these signals, it is pretty spot on. This one has 87% win rate overall. Again, you do have the fake outs in through here. Like this one, we would take this short signal. This long signal we would take because it's above our 100 and 200 even on the downside. But snap on the 1-minute is actually insanely good on Thursday and Friday. So today I didn't trade a ton other than those SPX calls, which we lost huge on, unfortunately. But snap today would have been insane. We could have taken a lot of these signals. And on Friday and on Thursday, because they're expiring on Friday, it's very nice. You're going to have a lot of volatility on the contracts, and you can play the trend super nicely to the downside and the upside. So I'd suggest looking at snap. That's one that I would look for. The next one is Roblox in the 5-minute. So Roblox in the 5-minute is great as well. Again, you're confirming these trades, so you don't have to worry about these fake outs in through here whatsoever. Let's look at the most recent one basically. So you're seeing this downside move. You have no alert in through here, except for this one. You actually can catch this trade because you're seeing downside move right here. So you're seeing the 100 below the 200, and you have the long signal above 100 and 200. So that's relative strength to the rest of the trend that it pumps into FOMC, so that's kind of lucky, I'd say, but it still does catch the pre-FOMC move. And then here we're only looking for upside, so you don't even catch this one, you don't catch this one, which is great, you don't catch losses, and then boom, on this one you do catch that nice day trade in through there. And then again here, a nice day trade. Actually, was this FOMC? Am I just confusing myself? Yeah, this was FOMC. What am I saying? So this is our FOMC. We have the pump in the FOMC, and then I guess you could have held if you wanted to take that. And then for our downside here, we do see a nice move right on the 100 and 200. So short signal and boom, boom. So that's great. That's Roblox in the 5-minute. You can back test those if you need. Roblox in the 5-minute has 89% accuracy over the past 7 months. That's great. Another thing I would be looking for on the algo is actually growth stocks on the 15-minute, 5-minute, and honestly higher time frames like the hourly. Because look at this. I mean, let me just scroll out a little bit here, and then you guys can kind of tell for yourselves what I'm about to say, because this is just insane if you ask me. Growth is very trend based. You're going to see a lot of selling in, repeat sells and then just a big downtrend, or repeat buys in a big uptrend, right? These are big leaders during market pushes, and during downtrends you're going to have just huge pushes to the downside. For example, a firm 25 to 50 bucks, 100% on the stock from March 14th to March 30th, so 16 days, and that's less in trading days. It's like probably 10 trading days in through there. You have a long signal right here in the hourly, and this one you basically don't scale all the way up in here. So if you wanted to buy shares of this 32 to 43, that's pretty nice. Downside in through here as well. So these ones I don't even think you need to confirm. If you're just taking all of them, you're gonna have a great win rate with that. 15-minute is also great if you want to do smaller day trades on these sort of downtrends and these uptrends in through here. These ones I do recommend you confirm, because for example here, you would take this one unless you want to just confirm it on the 200, but you're going to see more fake outs in the lower time frames for this just because it's a little bit more choppy. But again, you are seeing directional move, for example here, very directional move. So growth, for example, Affirm, Snow, I think works pretty well from what I remember on the hourly as well. These ones are great. A few fake outs here and there, right? But otherwise you're catching very directional moves on the market. Again, fake out, but you don't even need to take this one because it's below our 100 and 200. But that is it for the growth. I'd say I have the dying stocks list in through here. These ones are all going to be great, right? I mean, look how big these ones were down today. The market was down huge, I will say. But if you want to take something like Square, you're going to have directional moves on this, super directional moves. 15-minute chart, again, great for these. And if you want to take maybe a 30-minute chart, that's also very nice. You just have to watch out for the fake outs when you are bouncing to a specific direction in the market, right? So that's growth stocks. I'd say that the best ones for those are Affirm and Snow. AMD is also a great one. You can test out which time frame works best on this one. It kind of depends. I'd say that the 30-minute, the 15-minute, and the 5-minute are great for sort of day trade sort of stuff. And then you do have our UVXY, which is our VIX, and through here I have a strategy on this one, which is just our 4-hour buy and sell signals. And then I'm basically looking at this one on the bigger time frames just to see what the trend could be. I'm usually only taking the short signals because the market horse historically, right, only goes up. And so if we are taking only the short signals, it's actually giving us great opportunities on when to buy, especially during the bull markets. Now during chop, you have to sort of think about it when you're getting into these trades logically. It's not a good time to really take very many short signals in through here because they'll probably be short-lived, or long signals. They're going to be short-lived pops to the upside unless we have a bigger downtrend. But you don't want to be taking many signals on longer term trades when we have a little bit of chop in the market or indecision. So I'd say hold off for this one just for a little bit. After we see some more directional moves in a few months, then you can go back to these long-term holdings in through here. Another one is Apple on the 4-hour. Apple on the 4-hour is very nice if you ask me. Again, you're going to see smaller moves. For example, this one's very small. You can have 173.5, one is 76.5. That's $3. So not going to be much if you're having a month out swing. It'll probably be 10% max on that. But if you're catching some of these bigger trades, for example, in through here, they're going to be very easy to catch and very directional, right? Apple is very nice on the 4-hour. Few fake outs, but again, we just confirm these trades. So that's I think what I got. Let me see. I think there is one more that I want to check through here. IWM on the 3-minute is actually pretty nice as well. This one follows just a general movement of SPY, right? So you're going to have similar movement on this one, NASDAQ, Dow, all of those. But this is great. You're going to see a lot of nice movements, especially on these huge moves. Very, very nice signals. And a few scalps here and there, like this one should be a scalp and whatnot to this top. But if you're just confirming all these trades, I think that you'll be very successful with the algo. UPST, this is another one I used to like a lot. I used to trade this one on the 30-minute chart very frequently. Again, it just kind of follows the rest of growth. This one was actually relatively strong the past few days in through here and headed into earnings. But that's it. That's all I got, for these best tickers. I would say that the big boys, this is my big boys list: Amazon, Apple, QQQ, NASDAQ, Dow, Tesla, Facebook, Microsoft, all these big names. These are great to trade on higher time frames as well, because you're going to be a lot more swing-based trades, right? It's not good to swing in this market if you ask me, but you will see a lot of direction with the algo. For some reason, you're going to see the sort of follow through on direction into the next morning. So I would say look out for that in the future as well. But that's all I got for the tickers and the best charts to trade with the algo. I'll see you guys in the fourth video in just a minute here.